National Real Estate Exam Practice Test Maryland. Question 1. When a cooperative unit transaction involves loss in value caused by outdated design, layout, or building features, which answer identifies the controlling concept? Option A. Functional obsolescence. Option B. Contribution. Option C. Accrued depreciation. Option D. Comparative market analysis. The correct answer is option A. Functional obsolescence. The condition can originate within the property even when the building is physically sound. Some deficiencies are curable, while others cost more to correct than the value they add. An inefficient floor plan or inadequate utility can reduce market appeal. Question 2. A practice question describes the obligation to protect private information learned through representation. Which response is best? Option A. Reasonable care. Option B. Confidentiality duty. Option C. Accounting duty. Option D. Ministerial act. The correct answer is option B. Confidentiality duty. It does not permit concealment of material property defects that law requires to be disclosed. The duty can continue after the agency relationship ends. Negotiating limits, motivation, and personal circumstances generally remain protected unless disclosure is authorized or legally required. Question 3. During a settlement preparation, which principle is illustrated by coverage protecting a conventional lender when the borrower has a high loan minus to minus value ratio? Option A. Hypothecation. Option B. Defeasance clause. Option C. Private mortgage insurance. Option D. Prepayment penalty. The correct answer is option C. Private mortgage insurance. The premium compensates the lender for part of the default risk. It does not protect the borrower from foreclosure or eliminate the debt. Cancellation rights depend on law, payment history, and the remaining balance. Stressed about your Maryland real estate? We can take Maryland real estate for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done. Question 4. Which answer states the concept associated with ownership of shares in a corporation coupled with a proprietary lease to occupy a unit? Option A. Tenancy in common. Option B. Real property. Option C. Reversion interest. Option D. Cooperative ownership. The correct answer is option D. Cooperative ownership. Occupancy rights come from a lease connected to the shareholder status. The resident owns an interest in the entity that owns the entire building. Transfers and financing may require approval under the cooperative documents. Question 5. A property manager handling a vacant parcel in Hagerstown must identify an agreement containing competent parties, lawful objective, offer and acceptance, consideration, and required formalities. Which choice is correct? Option A. Valid contract. Option B. Rescission. Option C. Unilateral contract. Option D. Bilateral contract. The correct answer is option A. Valid contract. A binding agreement requires mutual assent to definite terms and legally sufficient consideration. Some real estate agreements must also satisfy writing and signature requirements. The parties must have capacity and the purpose cannot violate law or public policy. Question 6. During a marketing review for a single-family home in Cambridge, Caleb needs to identify the rule described as a land description method based on principal meridians, baselines, townships, ranges, and sections. Which answer applies? Option A. Fee simple absolute. Option B. Government survey system. Option C. Air rights. Option D. Planned unit development. The correct answer is option B. Government survey system. Descriptions identify increasingly smaller portions of a section. The system divides land into a grid of townships and sections. A standard township contains 30-6 sections, although irregularities can occur. Question 7. A salesperson is reviewing an office building in Salisbury. Which term describes an agent authorized to act broadly in nearly all matters for the principal? Option A. Ministerial act. Option B. Dual agent. Option C. Universal agent. Option D. Fiduciary duty. The correct answer is option C. Universal agent. A comprehensive power of attorney may create such authority. Most real estate licensees serve under narrower special authority. This level of authority is uncommon in ordinary brokerage representation. Question 8. At a lease negotiation, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: an agreement that remains enforceable unless a party with a legal right elects to rescind. Which concept is being tested? Option A. Novation. Option B. Void contract. Option C, assignment. Option D, voidable contract. The correct answer is option D, voidable contract. The other party cannot automatically treat the agreement as non-existent. Fraud, duress, or lack of capacity can create this status. The protected party may affirm or reject the transaction depending on the circumstances. Are you looking for Maryland real estate actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access Maryland Real Estate Study Guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get Maryland Real Estate Answer Key today. Question 9. Samuel is assisting with a retail suite transaction in Annapolis. Which principle applies when the facts involve the principle that value is supported when a property is reasonably consistent with surrounding properties? Option A, conformity. Option B, net operating income. Option C, accrued depreciation. Option D, contribution. The correct answer is option A, conformity. Similarity in use, size, quality, and style can improve market acceptance. Over-improvement may not return its full cost when it exceeds neighborhood expectations. Complete uniformity is not required, but severe incompatibility can reduce value. Question 10. Which answer most accurately identifies a contract provision making stated deadlines material duties in a real estate transaction? Option A, rescission. Option B, time is of the essence. Option C, exclusive right to sell listing. Option D, right of first refusal. The correct answer is option B, time is of the essence. The clause should be applied to the deadlines covered by its wording. Failure to perform on time can constitute breach without the flexibility otherwise allowed by reasonable delay principles. Parties can waive strict enforcement through conduct or written modification. Question 11. A question arising during due diligence meeting concerns the owner's value interest after subtracting liens from the property's market value. Which choice gives the best classification? Option A, defeasance clause. Option B, mortgage. Option C, equity. Option D, discount point. The correct answer is option C, equity. The owner's net value can increase through principal reduction, appreciation, or improvements. The amount is not the same as cash flow or taxable income. It can decline when market value falls or additional debt is placed on the property. Question 12. While analyzing a subdivision lot, Leah must apply the concept involving a large final payment due because scheduled installments did not fully amortize the debt. Which answer should be selected? Option A, Freddie Mac. Option B, acceleration clause. Option C, Fannie Mae. Option D, balloon payment. The correct answer is option D, balloon payment. The term must be disclosed clearly in the loan documents. The borrower makes periodic payments that leave a remaining principal balance at maturity. Refinancing risk increases if the borrower cannot pay the final amount when due. Question 13. Which real estate term is defined by a mortgage provision requiring release of the lender's security interest when the secured debt is fully paid? Option A, defeasance clause. Option B, VA- guaranteed loan. Option C, Regulation Z. Option D, hypothecation. The correct answer is option A, defeasance clause. The borrower is entitled to evidence that the encumbrance has been discharged. The provision protects clear title after repayment. Satisfaction of the obligation removes the lien created by the security instrument. Question 14. In a transaction involving a rental home, which rule controls when there is a future ownership interest held by a third party after a life estate ends? Option A, bundle of rights. Option B, remainder interest. Option C, meets and bounds. Option D, tenancy at will. The correct answer is option B, remainder interest. The current life tenant and future owner have separate but related interests. The holder is identified when the life estate is created rather than receiving title back from the grantor. This future right becomes possessory when the preceding life estate terminates. Question 15. A buyer representative asks about cancellation that seeks to return the parties to their pre-contract positions. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, statute of frauds. Option B, right of first refusal. Option C, rescission. Option D, consideration. The correct answer is option C, rescission. The remedy may arise by mutual agreement, statutory right, or legal grounds such as fraud. Money and property received are typically restored as far as practical. It differs from damages that leave the agreement's consequences in place. Question 16. RENA encounters a court remedy ordering a party to carry out contractual duties during a contract revision. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, open listing. Option B, purchase agreement. Option C, statute of frauds. Option D, specific performance. The correct answer is option D, specific performance. Real estate is considered unique, which can support this relief in a purchase dispute. The remedy is available when money damages are inadequate and the agreement is sufficiently definite. Equitable defenses and the claimant's own performance affect availability. Question 17. Which choice best matches the description a local law dividing land into districts and regulating permitted uses and development standards? Option A, zoning ordinance. Option B, eminent domain. Option C, encroachment. Option D, easement and gross. The correct answer is option A, zoning ordinance. The regulation may control use, height, setbacks, density, and similar development features. Private deed restrictions can impose additional limits beyond zoning. A property owner must comply unless a lawful exception or relief applies. Question 18. During review of a warehouse in Gaithersburg, the parties discuss personal permission to enter or use land that does not create an ownership interest. Which term applies? Option A, escheat. Option B, license. Option C, zoning ordinance. Option D, subdivision regulation. The correct answer is option B, license. Unlike an easement, this privilege usually cannot be transferred as a permanent property right. The permission is generally revocable and does not run with the land. Tickets and temporary access permissions are common examples.
Stressed about your FCLE? We can take FCLE for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. An exam scenario presents a physical intrusion of an improvement across a boundary line. Which answer is most accurate? Option A, mechanics lien. Option B, special assessment. Option C, encroachment. Option D, easement and gross. The correct answer is option C, encroachment. A survey may reveal the condition before purchase or financing. Possible remedies include removal, an agreement, an easement, or litigation. Fences, buildings, and driveways can create this problem when they extend onto neighboring land. Question 20. A licensee preparing for a lease negotiation must recognize a non-exclusive arrangement allowing multiple brokers to seek a buyer, with compensation generally owed to the successful procuring broker. Which concept does this describe? Option A, statute of frauds. Option B, property management agreement. Option C, option contract. Option D, open listing. The correct answer is option D, open listing. Clear documentation is important because competing efforts can create compensation disputes. No single broker receives exclusive marketing authority. The owner may also retain the right to sell independently without paying a broker. Question 21. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving an agreement in which all parties have completed their promised performance? Option A, executed contract. Option B, exclusive right to sell listing. Option C, liquidated damages. Option D, statute of frauds. The correct answer is option A, executed contract. No material contractual duties remain outstanding after full performance. The term describes performance status rather than the presence of signatures. A signed purchase contract awaiting closing is usually still executory. Question 22. At a title examination in Westminster, Daria explains a lender charge for processing, underwriting, and creating a loan. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, loan minus to minus value ratio. Option B, loan origination fee. Option C, FHA minus insured loan. Option D, promissory note. The correct answer is option B, loan origination fee. It is distinct from prepaid interest used to alter the note rate. The fee is commonly stated as a percentage of the loan amount or as a flat charge. Settlement disclosures identify the amount and party responsible for payment. Question 23. A transaction file for a waterfront parcel raises an issue involving government action that requires compensation because private property has been acquired or excessively burdened for public use. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, police power. Option B, lease pendens. Option C, taking. Option D, subdivision regulation. The correct answer is option C, taking. A direct acquisition is the clearest form, while some severe regulations may also qualify. Ordinary valid regulation does not automatically create a compensable claim. Courts evaluate the character and economic impact of the government action. Question 24. Which concept should an associate broker apply to facts involving standards governing construction quality, materials, occupancy, and safety? Option A is cheat. Option B variance. Option C easement by necessity. Option D building code. The correct answer is option D, building code. Zoning controls location and use, while construction codes focus on how structures are built and occupied. These rules protect occupants and the public by establishing minimum construction requirements. Permits and inspections help enforce compliance during building and renovation. Question 25. Talia is studying a rule concerning co-ownership characterized by a right of survivorship and traditionally equal unified interests. Which term should be chosen? Option A, joint tenancy. Option B, literal rights. Option C, section. Option D, real property. The correct answer is option A, joint tenancy. The required unities must exist when the ownership form is created. A transfer by one owner can sever the survivorship feature as to that share. When one owner dies, that share passes automatically to the surviving joint owner or owners.